Joining me now is Kip Eideberg with AEM. Kip, we are here at Commodity Classic. A lot of companies are here, obviously, in the support of producers, rolling out new products, bringing in old products, just talking about producers, farmers, ranchers across the United States to be profitable. But you and I are going to discuss kind of the manufacturing side of things. So let's go right into that and kind of discuss what people are coming to you with and their concerns.
Well, Kirby, we're seeing lower demand, slower sales, increasing levels of inventory. The industry is recalibrating production downward to adjust to weaker market conditions. Capital spending, hiring are down. Exports are struggling. The situation is a bit more dire on the ag equipment side than the construction equipment side, but there are signs that point to cautious optimism for 2025.
Yeah, I know a huge discussion, a huge buzzword, I should say, is tariffs, obviously, especially with Mexico, Canada. I know when it comes to the manufacturing world, those parts, those equipment, they cross the border several times. What are you doing to kind of ensure people in the manufacturing side of things that, hey, this is what we're looking at and this is how we're going to tackle the tariff issue?
Tariffs are taxes. They're taxes on American manufacturers, on American farmers. We're fortunate enough to have Secretary Rollins here yesterday, walking the show floor with her, talking about the impact that the tariffs will have on equipment manufacturers and farmers. Ours is a global industry. 30% of all equipment made in the U.S. is destined for export. We actually have a massive trade surplus with Canada, sending almost $10 billion worth of goods every year. So that the tariffs will hurt our industry, and unfortunately, it will make current conditions worse.
It was great to have Secretary Rollins here. She was going around the different, just different companies that have places here out on the floor. She as well as spoke on the main stage to a lot of people, and the crowd was wild. It was buzzing. There was a lot of people there. They wanted to hear what she had to say because it directly affects a lot of these people, these producers that are here, and these companies. As far as trade goes, she spoke about that. From your point of view, kind of what do you hope to see with trade and the policies that they're implementing with that?
Yeah, I think we have a real champion in the Secretary in terms of opening up more markets, not only for equipment manufacturers, but for farmers and ranchers as well. We need those markets so that we can make and grow more things in America and sell to more customers around the world. So that was really great to hear from the Secretary. She also talked about a farm bill. We desperately need a farm bill passed this year to provide the certainty that farmers, ranchers, and manufacturers need. And we are optimistic. She did reference regulatory reform and a big tax package, that big, beautiful bill that the president is so fond of referring to. So if we can get all of that done, then I think, that will help blunt some of the impact of the tariffs. But obviously we reminded her as well that tariffs will hurt our industry, and it will hurt it pretty hard.
Yeah, and I know you already touched on this, but if you could capitalize on a little bit more, what policies are you hoping that they push to the forefront and really focus on, this year and the years to come, just so they can get things across and just kind of give people in our industry a little bit of a break?
Well, so we need the Farm Bill, obviously. The safety nets for farmers and ranchers are critical. We need to fix our tax code. Many of those provisions that were included in the bill that President Trump got across the finish line during his first term are set to expire. And that means de facto tax increases for American equipment manufacturers, American farmers. So we need a tax package done. Then we need some certainty. The president is talking a lot about how he wants to, boost the economy. So, the rocket fuel that he talks about for the economy, that tax package, the Farm Bill, that will certainly help. And that's what we're going to be pushing for this year.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, Kip, thank you so much. Again, I know you're busy, especially when it comes to Commodity Classic out here on the trade floor, but we appreciate you taking the time and just kind of educating and enlightening the things that are at the forefront for you guys as well as the rest of the industry.
Thanks for having me.